Hello guys, this is Grigori from Ping and today we will comprehensively cover backhand drive in table tennis. So we've got three main things to watch out for. Firstly, the posture. Secondly, how to hold the racket in position. And third, motion and recovery itself. For the posture, we need to remember the simple legs and shoulders principle, which means your legs and your shoulders for backhand drive need to be parallel to the table. Simply put, it's a 50-50 balance between your right and left parts of the body. Both are facing towards the table equally, as you can see here. Just a reminder that we went through before is that your feet has to be at least shoulder lengths apart, your knees bent, and your upper body slightly tilted forward. This is essential to maintain a correct center of gravity and balance. So, how do we hold the racket? We went through this before when we were covering the forehand drive technique. The standard shake hand grip. Only modifications that you can do here for backhand drive is that you can place your thumb slightly in the middle of the racket. Usually some pros switch when they have to do forehand to backhand, and they place this thumb from here to here, which helps control the ball a bit more when you squeeze the fingers itself. Now, how do we hold the position? For backhand drive, we need to imitate a chicken. Basically, what you do with your arms, you imagine that you are imitating the chicken. So both of your elbows come a bit forward like this, and you make sure that your shoulders are relaxed, but your elbows are holding up. You can see here that my racket angle is 25-30 degrees tilted in order to ensure a flat contact. And what's really important to remember here is that you need to hold your non-playing hand right here, almost equally to where your playing hand is positioned, in order to have a reference point of where you need to contact the ball. It appears right parallel to this hand in front of you, which we will cover in the next part thoroughly. But for now, just make sure you keep your hand here, and with both of your hands without the racket. You create this sort of control center in the middle here, where you are supposed to control the ball. One more thing that you need to ensure is that your elbow is not too far away from your racket. So this way, the forearm will have a hard time applying the force. You need to make sure that the elbow is somewhere around here, not too far away from the racket, not parallel, but you can see there's not much angle over here, to ensure that the forearm has the space where it can work. So this is the correct position to hold before contacting the ball hands. The motion itself is performed right in front of your belly, somewhere around 30 to 35 centimeters in front of your center. So we hold the position like this, we wait for the ball to arrive, and this is where the simple but not quite so easy magic happens. So what happens from here is a combination of two things that are going on here, but we have to combine them together. What happens, one thing, is that the angle here at our forearm extends from this 90 degrees to about 140 or 150 in front, right? This is one motion. This happens in order to apply force to the ball forward. Now, second thing that happens, which is more visible from this angle, is that your forearm, using this whole thing and this elbow point right here as an anchor center, is doing this windshield wiper motion. Or you could also imagine this opening handheld fan that you use in hot summer days, right? This is the second thing that happens, and this is done in order to ensure that we also lift the ball up and deliver it on the opponent's side of the table. Now, if we combine this one pushing motion forward by extending the angle here and this windshield wiper right here, we are going to get the correct motion that we have to perform to get the ball across with a good quality. Now let's combine these two different things that we did into one, and we are going to get the correct motion, which is also heading forward but also going upwards like this. So you catch the ball in front of you and deliver it forward. You are extending here, but you are also rotating towards right, doing the windshield wiper motion, and you ensure that ball flies over the net onto the other side of the table. Please ensure that you are completely performing the motion and finishing it correctly by making sure that the head of your racket is looking towards the direction where you want the ball to fly. Now there are two good examples to help you understand this motion. Let's go through it together. Let's say, imagine you are holding a book in your hands, preferably one you are not supposed to read. In my case, it's Twilight and Georgian. So you're holding it like a racket. See, there's almost a straight line down here. The cover, this side, is looking at my belly button, but as I'm performing the motion, I'm taking a look at the cover, and I'm realizing this is not a good book for me to read, and I'm returning it back. So, look at the cover, return it back. Look at the cover, return it back. Look at the cover, return it back, right? Just make sure that as you finish the motion, the book is held almost vertically, and then that you are returning it to face your belly button the same way that you opened it up. Another good example is that you are holding a mirror in your hands. Imagine this one has a mirror right here. So initially it's looking at my belly button, but as I complete the motion, I'm taking a look at myself in this angle, right? Here, belly button, and I'm checking myself out. So those two examples should be helpful in case you find some difficulties with how the motion looks like with only racket. Guys, if you found any of these two examples helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot for me to continue making these educational videos with interesting twists. You can also practice this motion without a partner or a robot or anyone who tosses the balls to you. You don't even really need a full table tennis technique for this. What you do is you hold a ball in your non-playing hand, you take the position, the racket is slightly tilted, correct posture, the rubber is looking at the book cover is looking at my belly button. What I do is drop the ball in front of me and complete the motion. Okay. Now as a coach, there is quite a few mistakes that I see when a beginner tries to learn the backhand drive. And most common three mistakes. First, it's using the whole hand instead of holding this position and utilizing the forearm. Second, it's not doing the windshield wiper motion correctly and comprehensively, which leads to ball quite frequently flying into the net. And third, last but not least, predominantly performing the windshield wiper motion and not enough force forward being applied to the ball, which leads to reduced quality and speed. This is all you need to know to perform a backhand drive comprehensively. Make sure to start it out slow, and then you will understand how to increase the speed as you get comfortable with the motion and ball contact itself. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below on which tutorial would you like me to do next. Thank you guys.